Opening, setting the suspense. It was an ordinary evening at Woodlake High School, a campus with over 50 years of history. Night classes were common for students involved in clubs and extracurricular activities. The clock read 7:47 p.m. when the principal's voice echoed through the intercom. Attention. Attention, this is a lockdown. Lock the doors, turn off the lights, remain silent, and follow protocol immediately. No one thought much of it at first. Lockdown drills were routine, but something felt off. The principal's voice lacked its usual reassuring tone. Instead, it sounded hesitant, almost afraid. The isolation in a classroom down Hall B. 5 students were gathered to finish a history project. Lucy, the group's leader, was the first to notice something strange, an emergency notification on her phone. Lockdown active. This is not a drill. The room fell silent. Nathan, the jokester of the group, tried to lighten the mood. Relax. It's just a system glitch. They always overreact. But before anyone could respond, footsteps echoed down the corridor. Not the hurried steps of someone fleeing, but slow, dragging steps, as if something or someone was exploring the sound beyond the door. Inside the classroom, the students turned off the lights and hid behind desks. Lucy, summoning her courage, peeked through the crack in the door. She didn't see anyone, but she heard a whisper. It was faint, almost inaudible, yet it carried something deeply unsettling. "Lucy, close it now," Jenny pleaded, her voice trembling. The door creaked. It wasn't Lucy. It wasn't anyone. It began to open on its own, as if pulled by an invisible force. Before the students could react, the hallway lights flickered and went out completely. The encounter. Nathan decided to act. "I'm not staying here. This is ridiculous." He shoved the door open and stepped out. The others shouted for him to come back, but he was already in the hallway. Everything was cloaked in an oppressive darkness. Nathan had barely taken the steps when he heard a sharp sound, like nails scraping against metal, and then he saw it. A tall, distorted figure with arms far too long and glowing eyes that pierced the dark. It didn't walk. It glided, as if it weren't truly touching the ground. Nathan tried to scream, but the sound caught in his throat. The escape. Inside the classroom, the others heard a muffled scream, then silence. Lucy knew something terrible had happened. "We need to get out of here," she said firmly. They decided to move together, taking the side corridors. As they crept in absolute silence, they noticed the other classroom doors were open. No one was inside. It was as if the entire school had been abandoned or taken. Halfway through their escape, a notification broke the silence. Lucy's phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. "You're in the wrong place, Ron." The finale. Following the message's guidance, they arrived at the gymnasium, which seemed to be the only safe haven. The main door was locked, but one of the windows was slightly ajar. One by one, they climbed inside, believing they were finally safe. The same voice from the intercom echoed, "Congratulations, you passed the test." Before they could process what was happening, bright lights flooded the gym, revealing they were not alone. Hooded figures surrounded them, standing silently. Lucy screamed as the gym doors began to close again. The nightmare was far from over.